Good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again. It's one hell of a week we have. Tonight we have Gabriel Espinosa tonight. We have Kennetha Corley, former known as Tea Time with Bunky. We have Anthony here tonight. He owns the Riki Bar up in Wurtsboro. We have Zoe Kingsley from Georgia coming on tonight. We have LaToya Harris from Florida. She'll be on there on tonight. And we have a special performance by one of our own, the best, Mrs. Deanna. She's here as well. Next week, we have a very important one next week. We have the Gibbs family. As many know that Marvin Gibbs went missing back in 1985. The family is going to be on a broadcast next week. We have the Harris family. As everybody knows, Shanice Harris went missing back in 2017. We had the Ramirez family, as you know, that Cassandra Ramirez went missing in 2018 up in the Bronx, a young girl. And we have Mrs. Kim Pound finally going to join us next week. She got a new phone now. So she will be here next week. So updates. Timothy Smith, who went missing on 10/31/2021, has been found safely. Tanisha Shantae Crow, who went missing on 11/6/21, has been found safely. Lourdes Marie, she went missing on 9/23/2021 at a Newburgh, Poughkeepsie area. She was found just the other day safely, so we thank God for that. Still missing, we have Elena De La Cruz, who went missing on 7/10/21 in the Bronx. She went missing. She was at 1616 Grand Avenue. She went to get some snacks and she vanished. This lady, this woman, she has cancer. She's a very sick woman, and the family's trying to reach out to her to find her. Cassandra Ramirez went missing in the month of September of 2018. She was last seen at 161st Street in the Bronx. She's still missing. Marvin Gibbs went missing on 3/29/85 at a Fallsburg. He was last seen walking up in Liberty. Aaliyah Boomer, who went missing on 8/15/2015. She was in Brooklyn and she went missing. Omar St. Hill went missing on 5/7/20 in Hempstead, New York. He's not been found yet. Rochelle Hammond, was missing 8/15/2019 at Masco, Colorado. Her last seen was at her mom's house. She left her mom's house to go for a walk, and she vanished. She has not been found since. Shanice Harris went missing on 5/29/2017. Her car was discovered in Rock Hill on Southwoods Drive. She is still missing. Stephen Kraft, who went missing on 4/28/2020. His car was found in Newburgh with multiple tickets on the car. There's a big thing with that with me because of the fact that why keep putting tickets on the car knowing that nobody's there? Something suspicious there. He's still missing. Joseph Help went missing on 1/16/1987. He was last seen on the mountains in Ellenville. He has not been found yet. It's too long. We need to get these people home. Events. Our toy drive has started. We are running into December 15th. If you know a family that is struggling, our phone's been ringing every day now. Please have them give us a call, 845-707-4124. If you know anybody else is struggling, we would like to help them. Get your name on the list so we can bring them a Christmas. Last year, it was an outstanding Christmas last year. We brought 150 kids a Christmas last year. It was phenomenal. It was great. Tomorrow is our Penny Social. We're excited for it. We thank all the people who's been bringing stuff in for items. Is at 59 North Street in Monticello, New York at St. Peter's Church at the Parish Hall, 6 to 9 p.m. Get there early. We're going to have food, snacks there. We'd like to thank Knights Order of LEMC of Sullivan County for helping us out with this. And we also thank Knights of Columbus for letting us have this here. December 11th, before that, November 27th through December 9th, we have our coat drive. Coats, hats, gloves. Please stop by, drop some off. Let's go help the needy out. The homeless, they need to be warm. We're warm in our houses. Let's make sure that they're warm. Dropping off. We take all sizes. So that's from November 27th to December 9th. December 11th. This is a very, very important day. We have a candlelight vigil here, right in a parking lot, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. All families are coming. We thank Girl Val from the New York City area, Manhattan area, who is coming up to join us for this important night. The voices need to be heard. We need to be heard. So please come out, support it. We'll probably have hot chocolate for the people. It'll probably be cold that night, but we don't care because we are the voice of the voiceless. December 19th, Santa Claus is coming to Hope Alive. It's going to be a wonderful night. We can't wait. We're going to be giving gifts out to the kids, pictures with Santa Claus, hot chocolate, pumpkin pie, apple pie, blueberry pie, whatever you name it. We're going to have it. Miami has some eggnog too. No rum, but just eggnog. So that's December 19th. Please enjoy it. Come out and support it. Also April 23rd, it's been official. We will be having 80s and 90s concert over at the Rivoli Theater in Fallsburg. It's going to be an outstanding night. Therefore, if any artists out there that would like to get involved with Hope Alive 845, please contact me or Ryan Weber. We will determine who's going to come out here. So, please hit us up. The more artists we can get, the more better. It's going to be one fantastic night. We can't wait for it. Breaking news. We had one gentleman who was missing. He was found deceased up in, I believe it was Nyack. Richard, his name was Richard. He was an older guy. He went missing. He was found deceased. The next thing that we have, it's kind of irritating a little bit. Jassen Moore, we just found out today. She's a 14-year-old girl who went missing in East Orange, New Jersey. And the mother was on the news, spilling out her heart for everything. She was found safely, but the mother was charged. She was charged with a crime. She was charged with endangering of a child, so the young girl ran away. She ran away to get away from the abusement, according to the media. We don't know the whole facts to it, but we're just happy that she is safe and sound, and we hope that the best future for her, and we hope that a best outcome comes for the family over there. Remember, it's very important. You have to pay attention to your kids, because you have to know the signs that they're giving you. If they feel that they're going to run away, you got to talk to them. You just can't sit there and just pretend you don't hear nothing, because in case like this, young girls run away, bad things can happen out there in the streets. We all know this. Bad things can happen. And this is probably why the local PD, they don't really, take it too seriously when they should take it seriously. So, but if you feel that your child is a high risk to run away, please give us a call. We have support groups for that. We can help your child, understand the value, what could happen to them out in the street. We want to be open for them to come talk to us, because we will talk to them. We do have counselors on board, if they need to speak to a counselor. Tonight, we had a support group for the family of the missing. It was very successful. I enjoyed it with them, and they understand that we are here for them, because at this time of need, they need somebody to be supportive, so this is what we're here for. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with Mr. Anthony from Ricky Bar. Those are some of the pictures of the missing. Very sad to see this. It seems like every day something else is going missing. It's climbing. The numbers are climbing higher and higher and higher and higher. We need to start limiting this down here. The community needs to come together and work together, and let's bring them. So we'd like to welcome Anthony. Anthony,
how you doing?
good.
Fine, thank you. It's an honor to be amongst you, and thank you for doing what you do. Hope Alive 845 bringing us loved ones home.
Thank you for coming because you've been very supportive with us. You gave us a big gift certificate for the music fest, the Reiki Bar. You want to explain to them what the Reiki Bar really is?
So I created the Reiki Bar for a place of a sanctuary for people to relax and feel good naturally. The goal is, to provide tools and techniques to others. So, if they're looking for ways to relax and just, calm their anxiety down, get better sleep, manage their pain, Reiki is a definite way to go. It's a natural tool and technique that, it brings the mind, body, and spirit back into alignment so you can be at your best and true self. Now, you you were a good friend of her. Yes. Tell me about her. I mean, like,
What was so special about Shanice Harris?
Her personality, her energy.
Just to even think about her, I miss her tremendously. There's not a day that goes by that we're not hope we're hoping that, hey, when is she gonna turn up? Where is she at? And as a community, as the people of this community, we should be coming together to bring her home.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I've known you since day one when you first came out the music fest. I remember that you came out. I'm thinking, there's somebody new, and you've been with us since day one. Day one, riding with us, to find Shanice Harris. You've been a big help with the music fest. You gave that $150 gift card, and some of your money they got jumping up and down. And then I visit you at your place over in Wurtsboro. Very nice place, very good setup. You know, so I mean, what could we do to get the community to help us find Shanice Harris and to come out and see you over in Wurtsboro?
I think it's about just showing up and showing the support, and just making their presence known and, showing that we can come together as a community because without us, without each other, we are the community and we have to stand up. We have to make our voices heard and we have to stand for truth for what we believe in, especially bringing our loved ones home. Whether it's friend, family, a colleague, it doesn't matter. That's a loved one. And we need to come together to really show our support and show that, no matter what, we're going to do what it takes.
What was your last memory with Shanice Harris?
Oh, so many, I would say, so many last memories. But my last memory is just hanging out with her, having a good time, eating good food, and just enjoying the day and just being around her. I remember just I would always braid her hair for her, and she would just come to me like, "Hey, can you braid my hair?" And I would just go enjoy with the family, and it was always good times. It always felt like I always felt safe in her presence. I always felt safe with her family, and I always felt like family with her family.
A very good party goer from right here. I heard that she was the life of the party.
She definitely was the life of the party, but she also had a tremendous light within her. And one thing about her is that she truly cared for her loved ones and her friends, and she was very protective. And all we can do is give that right back to her and just show her that we support her and we protect her and we'll do whatever it takes to bring her home.
Totally agree with that. I think every missing person should be brought out as coverage. I mean, I personally I don't think that she's getting enough coverage, and this is why we're pushing for her to get coverage.
Absolutely.
And every voice matters. Every chance that we have to speak up, to stand, true to what's going on, is an opportunity to bring her closer to home, and we can't give up. We have to keep going no matter how tired we are, how much hope we've lost. We don't lose it because of you guys. We see that this has literally started a movement, and it's going to continue and only grow bigger from
So if you could say one thing to Shanice Harris and her family, what would you say?
If I could say one thing to her, I probably wouldn't say anything. I'd probably give her a huge hug, and we would just hug, just knowing that she's safe and she's home, and just to see her smile again or even braid her hair again, that would make me happy.
So we have a lot of people watching the community. What would be your message to the community to help find your friend, your good friend, Shanice Harris?
We need you.
This is not possible. Each and every one of us are equally important, and we hold values to bringing Shanice home. And regardless if you don't think that you have what it takes, you do, because there's power in your voices, there's power in your actions, and there's power in coming together as a community.
There you have it, everybody. I mean, Anthony, he good friend with Shanice Harris. He owns a Reiki bar for relaxation. You got to go out and check him out over there. I'm telling you, it sounds like a good place to go to. So I'm gonna have to get a gift card from him because I have to go over and get it done too. So, but Anthony, I just want to thank you so much for you traveling up here. To spill out your heart to these people because they need to be heard. I mean, everybody needs to be heard. And hopefully we can get some answers for Shanice Harris and other missing people as well on the top of it all. So are you going to come to our concert?
Absolutely.
Deanna going to be singing over there. So, I mean, she's going to be rocking the Riverly House down again with her amazing voice. And hopefully we can get somebody big out there. I'm looking forward to for this one, but I want to thank you for coming tonight, Anthony. Please get some coffee, whatever you want to do, but we definitely appreciate you coming out, all love. So we will be right back, everybody. Our podcast. Now we are back. Boy, what an amazing guy he is. I tell you, boy, when I first met him, woo, boy, yeah, he was great. Very big supportive. With him. But yeah, you got to go check him out at the Reiki Bar in Wurtsboro. You can't miss this right there on the main strip there. A very nice place, relaxation. Go there and and check it out. Check it out. So anyway, we have a few minutes. We're gonna take a quick look at our sponsors, and then when we come back, we have Miss T Time Bunky.
Today's episode is sponsored by Steve's Music Center. That's Steve's Music Center at 248 Rock Hill Drive, Rock Hill, New York. Stop in and see Steve or give Steve a call at 845-796-3616. You can even shop online at stevesmusiccenter.net, a full music retailer that specializes in boutique guitar effects and replacement pickup. Again, give Steve a call at 845-796-3616. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Schmidt's Wholesale, a family-run wholesale distributor of plumbing, heating, electrical pumps, waterworks, and HVAC supplies. That's Schmidt's Wholesale, 845-794-5900 or 150 Jefferson Street in Monticello.
right, we are back. Well, we have a new sponsor. We have the Riki Bar. Look at that. The Riki Bar. It's gonna be sponsoring Hope Alive. Thank you. We thank the Riki Bar, Anthony, the owner. We thank him so much. All the two sponsors, we thank them as well too. So how the sponsor works, everybody. That's just want to give you a heads up. You can buy a membership for the year. We will advertise your business on our podcast, and at our events, we will put up a banner of your business on our events. We have a lot of events coming next year. We have the Music Fest next year, which is a big event for Hope Alive. It's going to be held in Middletown, New York next year. Not up here. It'll be held in Middletown, New York next year. So we're making a big adjustment. We're looking to spread out more towards Poughkeepsie, Dutchess County, Ulster County, Orange County. But yes, we'll still be in Sullivan County, but we have to make bigger moves now because we have to go where people look out for us. Just the bottom line. We that's what we have to do. So anyway, talking about missing people, we talk about not closure for people, families. Our next guest, I was on her podcast show recently, a while back, and I just watched her the other night. She had an uncle. He was in military, and he was a good guy, and he was murdered. And they never found anybody who did this to this gentleman. One, we thank him for his service. That's the first important thing. Thank you for your service. So after talking to Kennetha, it's funny how I met her. I met her when a family was in need of help, and I saw her post, and I reached out to her. Look, here's who we are. If we need clothes, come to our office. We'd be happy to help you. She came and we met, and she's like, wow, I've never heard of you guys before. Nobody has heard of us. We are a small organization, but we're trying to grow, and we were trying to get our community involved with us. So it's very hard. Don't get me wrong, it's very hard running an organization and trying to get the word out there who we are. So it's tough. It's tough, but we're making it through. We're coming along. So let's bring on Kennetha Corley.
Hi.
Look at T-Tom Bunky. Hello, Kennetha.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Can you hear me clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I can hear you. I can see the T-Tom Bunky behind you.
Yes. First,
Well,
let me make a quick correction. They did find my uncle's murderer.
they did.
Yeah, they found him. He was arrested for a day and he was murdered. Yeah. So but I just wanted to.
Oh no, that's good. That's good. You clear that up. So I was telling people who you were, how we met. It was kind of awkward how we met. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. Then I was on your show.
Yes.
Now you're on mine.
Yeah, I'm on yours.
Well, as you know, the main topic that we usually talk about is about missing people in our communities. How do you feel about what's going on in our communities with a missing report going on? Too many people's going like Marvin Gibbs.
Right.
You introduced me to the sister.
Right.
And now we're working with her.
Right.
What's your feelings towards this?
Well, Marvin was the first person that I ever knew of missing. I was young. So I really didn't get it. I didn't really get like what his mom was going through, what Stacy was going through. Because, they keep children in their place. So they really didn't talk about it around my house. So I didn't know the process of having to wait 24 hours. I think if you know the character and the routine of the person that is quote missing, and it's totally out of their norm. It's something that they wouldn't do if they're always in touch with a family member or a friend within a 24-hour period, and they haven't been. Their whole routine is altered. I think then, they should file a report. It should be allowed instead of this 24-hour thing, because it gives too much time for the bad guy to get away. Or if the person, let's say they decided to leave, it gives them too much time to get away and too much space so the family and friends can't find them. So
Yeah, I mean, like Marvin Gibbs went missing back in '85. Shanice Harris, who went missing 2017. That one still irks me because Tamik, the sister, went to the police department and tried to file a missing report. They told her to come back in 24 hours.
mm-hmm.
But then when she went back the next following day to the sheriff's department, they say, "Why'd you wait so long?"
Really?
Yeah. So, that irks me a lot, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I feel if they would have acted on that, she could be here right now.
Right.
24 hours is way too long. They could be in Florida right now.
They could be in another country.
Yeah, exactly. And now with the sex trafficking skyrocketing high right now. COVID, they thought that COVID, it would slow down, but it really didn't. It just made it worse because now it's going up higher now.
It's crazy.
I mean, what do we do in our communities to start, getting people involved to help find these? I mean, I know there's a code. No snitch code.
I'm a snitch. I am. I am a cop caller. I've always, my kids say like, "Mom, you a snitch." But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. I don't believe in that street code. I think it's stupid. That's my personal opinion. People the dialogue needs to be there. Like with Shanice. I remember that like it was yesterday. I can't imagine if that was my baby. I take everything personal as a mother. I couldn't imagine. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine what her mother's going through. And for people, because somebody always know. People don't just disappear. Somebody knows. And that stupid street code, I have a problem with it, because if it was their family or somebody close to them, just like Marvin, somebody close to them, they will want somebody to tell. Then there is no street code.
Right.
So,
right. And what irks me though, too, they can snitch on a drug dealer, but they can't snitch on somebody that's life is in somebody's hands right now. That's somebody's child.
Yeah, it's not. First of all, they need to get out of that mindset. Personally, I think they need to grow all the way up. And I mean, come on, cut it out. It's not snitching. It is helping a family because a coward did something that altered a family's life. That's how I feel about that. So they need to talk. There needs to be communication, and they need to grow up and put themselves in the place of that family, the friends of, like it's totally ridiculous.
It could happen in their own backyard.
It can happen in their yard.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're trying to make change as me talked before.
I commend you. Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to get the 24-hour knockdown. But we're also trying to make another change too, is that if a missing person, if a family goes to the police department and they file a missing report, and not just we, but a legit verified organization like us, we should get the alert immediately. We should get the alert because it's going to make us get out there and look quick.
I've seen that.
Are they going to get out and look quick? No, but we will.
Right.
Because I think it was my own child, just like you. If my daughter's 14 years old, I worry to death every day about her because she's getting older.
Right.
And every day I keep telling her, you have to watch your surroundings. If you feel something that's awkward,
Right.
You walk the other way immediately.
Right.
Or you got your phone that I just paid for. You can call me immediately. So, now your uncle. I watched your podcast the other
Uncle
night.
Charles. Yeah, it was
Charles, it was so heartbreaking. I'm thinking, wow, I never knew that. I never knew that.
I don't talk about it.
Right. So before we get into this, I'm gonna show the picture of your uncle.
Okay.
Hang in there, T. Hang
All
in there.
right. I am.
That is, your uncle, I watched you. You say that he was amazing. He looked amazing.
Yeah, look,
he looked amazing.
I can't even look at this picture. This is crazy.
It's okay. I'm here for you.
I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I am not going to cry on this show.
But it's okay. It's okay because this is your heart. This is your feelings.
Yeah.
Tell me about your uncle.
He was amazing, as I said. My uncle was murdered June 5th, 1980. I was 9, a month away from my 10th birthday. A week or two shy of him coming to pick me and my sister and my mother up and moving us to Las Vegas with him. My uncle he didn't have any children. He was only 23. 2 months before his 24th birthday. He was the 5th of 12 children. He was a brother that everybody looked up to, went to. He was a role model. He joined the United States Air Force. And when he left, my heart left with him. He was father figure to me, actually. He was my everything. He was an athlete. He was a church boy, kind of. He was a church boy. I don't know, everything you would want in a man or an uncle or a father, because he had no children. Me and my sister were like we were his daughters. He was that. And him being murdered, let me clarify it was in his own home. He was a good guy. I don't know the circumstances around it. I try not to bother my family with it because, like, I realized and always realized that the way it affects me, it affects them also, but in a different way, because that was their either older or younger brother. So I'm like really careful with it. Really, really careful. I talked about the delayed trauma in my show. The children, because there's a child or children connected to all of these missing people that won't ever get closure. And it comes out, your mind it's a wonderful and terrible thing because it suppresses what can cause you harm, what can stunt your growth, basically. But once you get old enough, or your body, your mind feels you can handle it, then it starts coming out in ways that you never expected. It can come out in depression. It can come out in anger. Some people deal with it through drugs or other different behaviors. And that's how my uncle's death affected me, with the depression and the anxiety. Because I won't have answers. Because I can't talk to the coward who took my uncle's life, because like I said, he was murdered. And if I had my way, he would be in prison, locked up 23 out of 24 hours. And he would see the vision of him putting that gun to my uncle's head and shooting him in his head for whatever reason. I won't know.
Wow. Two things. One, we thank him for his service.
Yes.
And two, we are very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And we'll try to do anything we can to support people who is going through something like this, the best way we can. We started our support group tonight. We have we have some families that's on there in our support group now that has lost a loved one, or has somebody missing right now, and I think it's a good thing for them, to
Now, did they die or were they murdered? Because I like to differentiate the two. Because
they were murdered.
Yes, that's
they were murdered.
Difference. They were taken.
And then with a current one that's missing, we have a few of that, like Stacy was on tonight. I think
Stacy was on tonight.
She was in my support group. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was in the support group with Shanice's mom, with another daughter whose mom is missing as well too. Up in the Bronx. And I like this to do this for them, because it's showing that we're here for them and they can talk to among each other.
Right.
They can, feel each other's pain right now.
Right.
These I'm not gonna say all cops are bad. No, I would never say that.
Right. Because my baby is a cop.
But I would never say they're all bad.
Yeah,
but what needs to be done, if they have a missing person case, they need to contact the family and let them know what's going on.
The officer on the case.
Yes, they need to call the family.
Absolutely.
Not 6, 7, 8, 9 months down.
No.
A family should not have to be calling every day to find out what's going on.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't. We're working on another one up in the city, in the Bronx. Young girl, 25 years old. They keep switching detectives on the case. And I'm thinking, okay, but why would y'all do that? She wasn't getting no attention. Marvin Gibbs, up here, when I spoke to the news a couple of weeks ago, I brought up Marvin Gibbs. They're like, who's that? Well, that's my point.
When I first posted to do the show on Marvin, there was a young man that reached out to me. I knew him since he was born. And he told me, a young African-American man, said, I didn't know about him. And this happened the year he was born. And he didn't, because it's like they pushed it under the rug. There's just so much going on with Marvin. There's so much hush. Somebody knows something. And I don't think there should be a statute of limitations.
No.
On such a case. Everybody needs to be held accountable.
Absolutely. Like we're pushing that change, but we're also doing something on the side too. We're trying to get more things for the kids. Yes. Is what we're trying to do right now. Sullivan County needs help.
A lot of help.
They need help.
Of help. Yes.
They need help. Me, I don't get into politics, but I be watching on Facebook all the time. Oh, this person did this, that person did that, this person did that. Listen, let's cut that shit out and let's get to the real stuff. Let's talk about our kids up here.
Right.
We need stuff for our kids up here. Not no damn ice factory. Not no more people out of town come up here and buy more stuff. No, we need something for the kids. We need these families who are struggling. They need the support. They need the help.
Absolutely. They need to know what services are available.
Exactly. We were shocked when we saw our name in our business in Dutchess County directory. But I live in Sullivan County. I see something wrong there. I live in Sullivan County, and our office is in Sullivan County. But we're in a directory in Dutchess County.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing too.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So I think it's so much. I mean, I know it's hard on you right now, with your uncle, and
I go through spurts. I go through, like, I have my good moments. Like, that's why I talk about the kids, because nobody talked about the kids connected to the missing people and murdered people. Nobody talked about the kids. So, but like now, like I said, I have my good, as you see, I have my good moments. Now is a good moment. So,
but I gotta admit though, you are a character on your podcast. You crack me up sometimes.
But you know what? That's Bunky. That's I'm just keeping it 100. People see Kennetha, which is me, you know, but Bunky's always been I'm the person my uncle knew. Bunky is I'll never change. I just
Well, the only difference that between me and you're drinking tea, but I'm drinking coffee.
Since COVID, I can't drink coffee anymore. I used to like coffee every now and again. I love my tea, but I used to be able to drink coffee. But since I caught COVID, it changed everything. So I can't even drink it anymore. The smell makes me sick.
So you've been up here almost all your life.
I have been 51
You have been.
years. Yes.
Okay. What could we do? Like, say if me and you got together, right?
Okay.
What could we do to have our children more involved in activities without going through anybody else? But if we were to do something for the kids, what would be your idea of what kind of activity we could do? I thought about getting the kids into self-defense classes. This is what I want to do with the kids. You know, I feel that they should.
The parents need to be involved.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You got to engage with the parents. The parents, I don't know what the deal is. Like, you'll have events like the thing they had at the circle, the circus, the fair, carnival, where it was free. Everything was free. But you have some parents that just, as my grandmother would say, they don't have any get up and go about them. You know, you can't get the kids there if the parents don't have any enthusiasm.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So the parents have to be engaged first and foremost. So it's and then they have to tell you, like, what do their kids like outside of video games all day, every day. So it's kind of hard to plan something if the parents aren't on board. And then the question is, how do you reach out to the parents? That's another question.
Absolutely. I mean, we be posting up every day to get, our kids involved, because right now our children is our future. They are our future.
Absolutely.
I just watched the news today, and that young girl who went missing in East Orange, New Jersey, 14-year-old girl ran away. Well, she went missing. Mm-hmm. Today, I was shocked because I actually reached out to the mother yesterday.
Really?
I reached out to the mother yesterday. I sent her a message, it's New York. Now, if the child's in New York, we're going to get involved with it. I didn't hear nothing back from her. But then this morning, when I got online, she was arrested.
The little girl?
No, the mother.
The mother?
Yeah.
For what?
For 2 counts of endanger of welfare of a child. The girl ran away from home to get away from that. That's why you have to be careful with the missing people. When I'm like, you got to make sure, check the characters. Like, is this out of the norm for them? Did they leave intentionally? Wow, that's crazy. Over the summer, we had 2 kids that ran away. One was a 13-year-old girl up in Orange County. She was gone for about 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. We got involved. We found her in 4 hours. We brought her home, and she was at her friend's house, but today she's doing outstanding and we're happy. Another young man ran away up in Orange County. We located him, and we brought him home to his mother. And I sat down, I talked to him, run away is not a good thing.
Right.
Because so many things can happen, and I reach out to the mom every now and then, just to check in, see how they're all doing. He's doing fantastic now, and that makes us happy just to see this. That's why we feel that we are open to people. If they have a high-risk runaway child, we are open for them. We have counselors on board. If they need to talk to somebody, they can contact us. We'd be happy to help them, whatever they're going through.
So we'd be happy. There's something going on in that home. There's something going on that the child feels that they have to run away. It
could be anything. It could be anything. It could be a father with a new girlfriend, because that sometimes that happens a lot too.
Yeah.
You know, or a mother with a new boyfriend. You know, daddy's not a picture, mommy's not a picture. Kids get confused.
Right.
You're not my mother. You're not my father. You know, and most of the time that happens a lot too. But some other times too, some kids, they don't like chores. They don't like rules.
It's not like it used to be. That's
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I mean, it could be anything right now, you know, but the whole point is that we're out here to help them.
Right.
You know, and you know, it just is what it is, you know, and we'll just have to keep going forward and see what we could do to help our community here.
Right. They better take your help before preventive services get involved. They don't want the county in their business. I'm telling you.
And there's a whole different ballgame there.
That's a whole different ballgame. It is.
Yes, it is. But Kennetha, I just want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure talking to you. It really is.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
So if anybody wants to follow Tea Time with Bunky, she's on. When are you on?
Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And follow me on TikTok, Bunky Bunk.
Yep. Follow her on TikTok because she be doing the crazy stuff on TikTok. So I'll be seeing that. But Tea Time with Bunky, everybody. Thank you once again, Kennetha. We're going to keep in touch, you know. And
you keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing because we need that. Just keep being that voice. But take it easy. You're doing too much. You're going to wear yourself out. I told you that before.
Well, that's why I have to get. Well, that's why I have to give you a call. Tea time. Thank you for coming tonight. We'll definitely talk.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
And we are back. So that was Tea Time with Bunky. Excuse me. No, it's not COVID. But anyway, our next guest is Gabriel Espinosa. We met. He runs the Ninth Order of LEMC of Sullivan County. He did a bike run over the summer. Fantastic. It was fantastic. He came out to the Rivoli. He supported us at the Rivoli. And he's going to be at the Penny Social tomorrow night helping us out. So let's bring on Gabriel.
Hey.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Good, thank you. First, I want to thank you for all your support. That you did.
Focus.
There you are. There you are. First, I want to thank you for helping us out with all of our events so far this year. Tomorrow, you're going to be with us at the Penny Social. You did an amazing bike run over the summer for the Music Fest. You came out to the Rivoli. You support us for that. So please tell everybody, what do you do with the LEMC? Like, tell them about them.
Well, we're primarily a motorcycle riding club, law enforcement motorcycle club, LEMC. That's what it stands for. But we do accept. Oh my goodness, we do accept first responders, military, and veterans, and on a limited basis, civilians. You know, they have to be looked at and make sure that they fit, that they're good people, put it that way. Our chapter here in Sullivan County is brand new. For the most part, it's just a few months old. But we have chapters all up and down the Eastern Seaboard, as far in as Illinois. We have chapters in Central America. We have chapters in South America. We have chapters in the Caribbean. We have chapters in Europe. We just opened a chapter in Costa Rica, and we opened another chapter in England. Okay. We're not like, people hear the term motorcycle club, or they'll see a bunch of motorcycle riders go by on the highway or whatnot with vests on, and immediately they think bad thoughts, that we're this, we're that, whatever. So that's not true. Okay. We are not a 1% club. 1%ers are people like the pagans, Mongols, Hells Angels, bad people, we're mostly about family. In fact, when people want to join the club, the three things we tell them are, this is what we stand for in that order: family first, work second, the club third. Okay. Here in Sullivan County, it's a little difficult trying to get membership because most riders up here, they're either farmers or they're first responders or stuff like that. And, when they get home from work, they don't want to bother with having to go to this event, that event, what event. They want to just go out and ride for an hour or two and call it a day. That's just the way it is in Sullivan County, But we're growing. We're growing bit by bit. We just had a patching of another new member a couple of weeks ago, Dale, who's an absolute asset to the club. He's so dedicated. We have a hang around, George, and I just elevated our ex-secretary to vice president, Scott, because he's been like my right-hand man ever since he was a hang around. We are really into helping the community and interacting with the community. And that's when we found out about you, and what you do. And I noted that, all right, this is a good organization, what they're doing is great and but they're not really that well known, I mean, I don't see, that this, I came across you, I forget how, but it was accidental though. Somebody mentioned your name to me, So I says, this is an organization we should help, and that's why we did the run for you, which actually was pretty well attended. I was very surprised that people came all the way up from New Jersey even. And wait a minute, there was somebody from Connecticut, a couple of guys from Connecticut, and where else? They came from far away. That's the thing. And the event was cool. I liked the music. And I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, your favorite, the one who you liked a lot, Deanna. She's going to perform tonight.
Well, that's cool.
Yep. She's actually always.
This is the show tonight at the Rivoli, right?
Yep. She's going to perform tonight. She's at my office now. She's going to perform later on tonight.
Oh, I mean, the show. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Tonight.
Yeah, that girl should be in professional circles. She doesn't belong in local circles.
She's going to perform tonight. She's also going to be at the 80s and 90s concert we have at the Rivoli.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yep. She will be there. The first band, the Amoni band, they're going to be there. Ryan Weber's going to be there, but we have newer artists coming this year too. So it should be outstanding. So we're actually going to get ready for it a lot earlier, than we had last year. So we're already getting started on it already. But now, you that we deal with a lot of missing people. You met Shanice Harris's father. But now the missing cases are growing. They're getting higher now, and we're taking on more now.
Because you're becoming more visible.
Yeah, finally, after so long.
Yeah.
But I mean, like right now, it's so much that we need to do in Sullivan County to start getting help with the missing people. You know, what could the community start doing to help us start locating these missing people?
You're asking me?
Yep.
You know, with all the issues going on right now and economic factors taken into account and just social factors taken into account, I think there's and it's not just here in Sullivan County, but it's everywhere. There's a lot of apathy, you know, oh, it doesn't affect me, so who cares? You know, I mean, I care, but I don't care enough to get involved, you know. How I think that you need to, in my opinion, what I would do is I would personalize the issue. So what if it was your kid? You know, what if it was your wife or your husband that was missing, or your son or your daughter that was missing? You know, I mean, wouldn't you want there to be an organization out there to help you? You know, well, these organizations, they don't run. Money doesn't grow on trees. You know, they need assistance. They need support. You know, and in the same way, if you're, you know, you see all the time on Facebook, for example, which, by the way, today I got thrown in jail for 30 more days. By Facebook. This is what happens when you post the truth, you know. On Facebook, you're always seeing the post for, oh, missing dog, missing cat, and everybody flips out, you know, and they share it a million times, and everybody's all concerned and everything. Well, you know, I've been watching, you know, you post a post about a missing person, and it's like mostly crickets.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? Are animals more important than people? You know what I'm saying?
Question. Good
you
question.
know, so that's just a societal malady, you know, right now. And I'm not even going to get into it because it'll create a firestorm if I do, you know, about what I believe are the issues, you know. But yeah, there's definitely a societal malady, societal sickness where animals' lives are. And don't get me wrong, I love animals. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a bucket of fish, you know. but you know, where human lives are not as important as animal lives, you know, and everybody flips out for a dog or a cat, but when it comes to a person, you know. And what else do I want to say about that? You know, you have written substantially about the different reactions with regards to race. Yeah, I'm going to broach it because I feel it's important, you know. I mean, I'm Hispanic, but I'm from Caucasian background, you know. But it's true, you know. I'll you know, you'll see things online, you know, oh, this one's missing, that one's missing, or something bad happened to this one, something bad happened to that one, and then you look at the comments and you look at how many comments and how many shares, you know. For one of my things that I do for my job, what I do is I analyze internet trends, internet content, and so on and so forth. And I can see, I'm not, you know, anybody with eyes can see, you know, the certain ads for people in trouble receive far more attention than other ads. And unfortunately, I mean, what's the name of the girl that's been missing? I met the father.
Shanice Harris.
Yeah, her. You know, I mean, where's all the outrage? Where's all the hubbub for her? You know, I mean, she's a human being like everybody else. You know,
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, you see billions of comments and everything about that. What's her name that got killed?
Gabby.
Yeah, I mean, what do I care about her? I mean, yeah, she's a human being, but she's not around here. She's not local. You know, would she care about me if I got killed? No. You know, meanwhile, somebody who is in need of publicity, somebody local, you know. Thank you, Diamond. But it's true. It's true. You know, even though people don't want to hear it, you know, because I guess it hits them in the conscience. You know, oh, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. But you are, you know, and I'm not saying you or anybody in particular, people who deny, you know, it is true. It is a big problem, unfortunately. And I don't know what to do about it, you know, because this is how people are inside and what they believe, how they grew up. I think it's a generational thing. I think that with the way things are going now in society, and I'm not talking about the freaking progressive liberals, so I can't stand them, you know. Talk about normal people, Joe and Jane in the street. People are starting to realize, and it's going to take time. I think it's going to take a lot of time before the majority of society realizes what it's doing, in terms of differentiating people. And I think a lot of times it's an unconscious thing, and it's not just one way to the other. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. And I've seen it a lot, it goes both ways. Sometimes I watch it, I'm a Star Trek fan, and so I'll watch, and I'm constantly every year, because we don't have regular TV in the house. We got rid of it because it's all garbage, So we watch the reruns on Netflix or on Hulu of the Star Trek shows and the old comedies that were clean, And you see these people on Star Trek, all different races, all different, not just human races, but also other races from other planets. And nobody differentiates anybody by the color of their skin or how they talk or whatnot, or how they dress. Everybody's the same, and everybody's treated equally. This is one of the things that Roddenberry was trying to promote with the first Star Trek. That's why he had Mr. Sulu. He had what is the name of the black lady who was the communications officer? I can't remember her name. But anyway, he had all these people and the Vulcans and everything, and everybody was working in unison. What was the reason for that at the time that he was doing this? At the time that he was doing this, we were a very polarized country, probably as polarized as we are today. You know what I mean?
Right. You know what? Yeah, I tell you what really irritates me the most. Two things that irritate me the most. When I made a statement a couple of weeks back, about the Gabby Petito case. Mm-hmm. I said all lives matter. It shouldn't just be one. It should be all lives matter. All lives should get coverage. And then as soon as I said that, news will call me. They try to make it to a racial thing. But it's not about the news.
Which one?
Spectrum. So Spectrum News.
Spectrum? I would have expected that from Time Herald Record.
But it's not. And then I had News 12 call me up, and just like I tell them, this not a racial debate. What matters is that we have people that's been missing that's not getting no coverage. And then when one of the ladies asked me, well, what cases are you working on? Okay, I'm working on Shanice Harris. I'm working on Marvin Gibbs. Well, who's Marvin Gibbs? Well, that's my point.
Exactly.
That's my point right there. And I mean, what happened to Gabby Petito is it's a tragic. I mean, I feel sorry for the family. My heart goes out to them. But
of course,
it shouldn't take one person to make a whole world. I mean, look, Dog the Bounty Hunter that came out. Really? He came out he didn't come out for her. Let's get that straight. He came out to get more publicity. That's what he came out for, to get well known again, because he was losing his interest in shows. And then one other thing bothers me too, if we post something up on Facebook, we share the groups. Do you know that some of the groups, they delete them? Where we post up?
I wouldn't be surprised.
And that kills me, because we're not sitting here trying to make anything off of anybody. We're trying to get support to help find these missing people, even with the politicians up here. I don't get involved in politics at all. I can't stand it. But what are they doing to support us too? But they can ask us to support them. They can ask us, oh, make a donation to our campaign. But you chose that job. You chose the job to run. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's what irritates me the most up here in Sullivan County. There's like earlier tonight, I made a statement earlier tonight. We don't live in Dutchess County. We live in Sullivan County. This is where we are at. But Dutchess County put us in the directory. So I'm like, wow, what about Sullivan County? We're based out of here. This is where we're home at. This is where we're trying to change the community. This is where we're trying to help the community. But like I said,
let's clarify something really quick. You may be based in Sullivan County, but your work takes you outside of Sullivan County into the tri-state area.
Lately, yes.
Yeah.
Lately, yes. First, it started out in Sullivan County with one case, and then it jumped to another one. Now we're spreading out, which we need to do because, I mean, we hooked up with another organization out of New York City. They're coming up on our vigil on December 11th. You know, they're pretty big out there too, and they're coming up to support us. They're coming all the way from the city up here to support us that evening. You know, we have to start making change. We have to start getting the voices to be heard. Because if we don't, who's going to do it?
Certainly,
you know,
not in person.
Exactly. You know, that's why we thank you and your team. You know, like tomorrow, you're all helping us with a big penny social tomorrow. We appreciate that so much because we would have been lost. we don't have any volunteers.
We're gonna do it at 4:30, just so you know.
Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah.
We have a load that's gonna pick up everything tomorrow morning.
Okay.
So we're well set. But before I let you go, is there anything you could tell the community, you know, what we need to do as a community?
For what?
For come down to a missing person and
you know,
about your LEMC.
Well, the LEMC doesn't have anything to do with it, you know. I mean, it's you know, I Hillary Clinton, who I can't stand, once said something. She said it takes a village to something or other. I forget, what did she say? It takes a village to raise a kid, something along those lines. Now, I don't believe in that, but I do believe that we are our brother's keeper and our sister's keeper, you know. And along the lines of what she was saying, if you convert that to missing people and our brothers and our sisters, we are all responsible for each other, and we have a duty to care. You know, I mean, everybody, all those people who are missing, who knows where they are? You know, that one kid from '85. You know, what if his body's still down there in a crevice someplace? You know, without a proper burial. What if Shanice was kidnapped and sold into, I don't know, human trafficking? You know, anything could happen, and you know, and so yeah, so we have a responsibility to care for each other and to support. You know, I mean, it's not like, you know, Joe Schmo is going to go out there and start looking for Shanice, you know, but yeah, they can support an organization like yours, hopealive845.com, you know, either financially or volunteering time or whatever. Typically financially, because that's the easiest way, but that'll help you too, you know. That's the only thing I can think of right now, because there really is nothing else. I mean, you know, people got their own lives to deal with too. You know, I mean, that's why organizations like yours exist. Because I mean, you know, Joe Schmo and Jane Schmoette are not going to be going out in the street looking for people. They have work, they have to mortgage to pay, you know, bills to pay, et cetera, et cetera. So
and the difference with us, we'll go around the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the difference. But Gabriel, I want to thank you so much for coming, you know, tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you for having me. Good luck.
Yes, you have a good night.
You too, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Gabriel from Knights Order LEMC of Sullivan County. He's been a big help with us. Big help with us. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our next person.
I was wrong, the words I spoke. I've been saying many things that are hurtful. Your tear-shed eyes, your fragile mind. Guess I'll be dancing on my own tonight. I know December's hard to cope with. I know I caused you lots of pain, but I did not mean to let you down this way. But I know deep inside I let your smile fade away. I let your smile fade away. I remember when we used to lay on the grass and watch the sun go away. But now you're gone, I let you pass by. I know I've said so many things that hurtful. I know December's hard to cope with. I know I cost you lots of pain, but I did not mean to let you down this way. But I know deep inside I let your smile fade away.
Okay, we are back. Amazing guy. You know, we were definitely happy that he came. You know, so our next guest is going to be. It's a tough one. We have LaToya Harris coming on. LaToya is the sister of Shanice Harris. She's out in Florida. You know, I spoke to her briefly, you know, throughout the whole thing where her sister's missing, you know, and it's tough. You know, it's tough when you have a loved one that is missing, you know. So we're gonna bring in LaToya Harris. Hi, LaToya.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
there you
how
are.
are you?
Oh, I see a white dot. Is that your new look?
Yeah, I don't have no, no, I don't have the camera up.
I'm like, wow, you got a new look on you. Like, wow, you changed a lot from back in the day. LaToya, listen, thank you for joining me tonight.
Oh,
You
you're
know, we
welcome.
have your sister Tamika, we have your mom, your dad. You are the sister. Are you the youngest sister of Shanice Harris or the middle sister?
Middle, because Shantae is the youngest.
Okay, yeah. When I saw her, she looked like she was still a baby still.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I just want to thank you for coming tonight. I know it's been tough. It's been rough. It's going on 4
Yeah.
years. Well, it's going to 2017. It's going on 5 years almost.
Yeah.
And nothing's been said. Nothing's been heard. How you feeling right now?
To be honest, I feel like there's a whole bunch of people out there that know exactly what happened to my sister. They're just either, the street code, you don't snitch and stuff, so they don't want to say what happened, but they can, get underneath a picture of Shanice, when we post like a flyer or anything on Facebook, and you make derogatory comments in reference to the situation, but yet they have no idea what happened to her. But I feel like the streets know and the streets talk. It's just a matter of someone actually stepping forward and saying exactly what happened to Shanice.
So, I mean, since the day one that you went missing, what I mean, when they told you what was going on, you know, what was your thoughts?
So honestly, when I found out that Shanice went missing, my mom was down here and I was 12 weeks pregnant. I had just talked to her the day before, and you know, just all the information that was coming in from her girlfriend, and you know, just like in reference to what happened that night, and then her not showing up the next morning, it didn't add up and it didn't make sense. So it was
Right.
just like, you know, it's very hard to move on, you know, once something like that happens. And with me being pregnant, like I was forced to move on and try not, like I tried my hardest not to even deal with that situation at hand, because I didn't want my baby feeling what I had to feel, like that
Right.
heartbreak
Now,
and that, you know, that stress and everything.
right. Now you had the baby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the baby.
Youngest daughter. Her name
No,
is Alicia
congratulations.
Shanice Harris. Thomas. You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Now, I know I can feel it in your voice. You have a lot of anger.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
pain.
of course. A whole lot.
So, what could you tell this community up here? What could they do to help find your sister?
Somebody just needs to come forward. Like, come forward and say something, because if you know something, say something. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and it was your family member, if it was your loved one, you would want the same respect. Like, not for them to wait years and years down the line to finally decide, you know, let me clear my conscience and tell you a little bit of information, but not even the full amount of information to help bring your loved one home. Like, just put all that street stuff aside and just come forward and help, because Shanice knew so many people and she was good to so many people, and those people that she was so good to, they're nowhere to be found. And it's just ridiculous how she always looked out for people and there's nobody looking out for her right now when she needs them the most.
Well, we're gonna have a visual candlelight on December 11th. It's gonna be live, so we're gonna see who's gonna back Shanice Harris up. We're gonna see if her friends actually come out.
Yeah, it's crazy though, because it's like there's only very few, and it's crazy because it's the few that you didn't think would really be there if something happened that are actually there, and the ones that you thought were going to be there are nowhere to be found.
Absolutely. So, if Shanice is still here, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
we're never gonna say that she passed, because that's not even an
Right.
option right now. And if she is, if she, I mean, if she's caught up in some situation that she's trying to get out, but she could hear us talking right now, what would you tell her right now?
That I love her and that I miss her, and that we ain't never gonna stop looking for her till we find her.
You got
And
that
that's a
right.
fact. Like, we're gonna make sure we get justice for her. We're gonna make sure we find the people who did whatever, you know, to her, and we're gonna come for her.
You
That
got
we
that
ain't never
right.
gonna stop till we get her.
You got that right. Because I'll tell you what we're gonna start doing. We're making flyers up this week. We're gonna get a whole bunch of volunteers. We're gonna spread it out more. You know, last time from what I
Mm-hmm.
heard is that when her flyers are going up, somebody was taking them down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people out here doing some dumb shit. I'm sorry for cursing, but people out
No,
here
it's
doing
okay.
dumb shit. But if the shoe was on the other foot, like I said, how would they feel? And nobody cares about it until it's actually them in that situation to where they can relate. And you would never want anybody to relate to you, to, you know, to this situation. But like, where's the compassion? Where's the humanity? Like, people are always just out here for themselves, and it's just crazy.
It's sickening. It's sickening. You know, there's so many missing people going on right now, and it seems like they don't even care.
Right.
They don't care, but I bet you they're going to care if something happened to one of them.
Right. Or their family member, their daughter, their, whoever, anyone that is close to them.
It's tough, but just like I always told your mom and your dad and your sister, we're gonna keep on moving. We're not gonna stop
Right. And that's
until
the thing. Like, people move on with their lives too. Like, but we got to deal with this on a day-to-day basis. But we ain't never going to stop looking for her, and we ain't never going to let the streets or anybody forget about Shanice.
Yep, especially when the holidays are coming up too. It's the hardest part is when the holidays come. But
yeah, because that's when it's the craziest thing, that around the holidays, when you're already dealing with something so traumatic, that's when people want to come and claim that they have new information. And it's just like they're trying to trigger shit. And it's like, if you don't have any more information than what we already have, just leave my family alone at least till after the holidays, because my mom's already going through a lot.
Yep.
It's very, very emotional for our family. It's an emotional roller coaster. And if you're not going to give some information that's actually going to crack this case, then please just wait till after the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. I talk to your mom almost every day, and your sister too, Tamika there, she's one of a million. She's one of a million. I see it. I see the pain just by listening to her. Your mom. Like I said, we talk every day. And I feel it. I feel it, and I wish there was more that we could open up the community to get their eyes open to see what's really going on up here.
Right.
Somebody in that area where Shanice Harris was at, they know something. They know something.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. There's more than one person that knows. I feel like there's way more people know, they're just not speaking.
Yeah, well,
or
you know what?
if
They
they
can't.
decide to speak, they're only telling you bits and pieces, not the full story.
There's always a saying: you can never hold the truth for too long, and you can't hide it for too long either, because eventually it's going to come out.
And I pray that someone actually, sees what our family's going through, and actually comes forward and actually finally says something.
Absolutely. Well, LaToya, I know you are busy. You just got back from the football game, right? Oh, did we lose you? Uh-oh. Are you there?
No, I'm here. I'm here still.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
All right. Well, yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
So we're going to let you go. I know you're busy. Did y'all win? Did the football game win or not?
Okay. I'm not sure. We left a little early just so I could call you.
Oh.
So I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't matter.
But look, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule, to join us tonight.
Yes.
And keep your head up. If you want to join our support group with your mom, because your mom's in it already. We had it tonight. We have it every month. We have it. You're welcome to join. We have other families in there too that's going through the same thing that you're going through as well too.
Okay.
It might help you. Well, you're very welcome, and we'll definitely keep in touch, and we're gonna keep on moving.
Yes.
All right. It was good talking to you.
Good talking to you as well.
Yep. You have a good night.
All right. Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. So that was LaToya Harris. She's out in Florida. It's just like every day. you know, the pain grows more. The pain goes more and more and more and more and more. You know, I mean, this has to stop. This has to stop. Somebody has to give in. You know, we must make a change. We, the people, must be the voices of the voiceless. We, the people, must start helping our community get back on the right track. You know, I mean, the files they're piling up. You know, we have to start limiting these files down. We have to start bringing home the missing. We have to start getting out there. We have to start making more bigger moves. You know, if we have to, you know, go to the president or whoever we got to go to, we have to start making change immediately. Because if we don't, this is going to keep on continuing. You know, so we Hope Alive April 5 is here for you. We're here for the families. We are here for our community. Keep that in mind. We're here for our community. So we're going to take a quick break. Coming up next, we have the one and only Deanna. You know, we're going to get her all set up. So we're going to come on here. So we're going to do a live performance. You know, a little recap on Deanna is that I met her through her sister. Her sister lives out in, I believe it was Poughkeepsie. And we're talking about music artists and, you know, we want to get some people to sing. So she mentioned her sister. That's okay. So we contacted. Deanna sent me a song. Beautiful voice. I'll tell you right now, beautiful voice. So then we got to meet her in person, you know, and then our friendship grown. And she made a Hope Alive 845 song for Hope Alive 845. You know, and then she came out to the music fest. She with her band. She has a band called Steady Pulse. They were out there, and then she came with Steady Pulse to the Rivoli. And boy, she killed it over there with her voice. Amazing voice. So stay tuned. Get ready. You know, you're gonna hear some good music by Deanna. We'll be right back.
I was wrong. The words I spoke, I've been saying many things that are hurtful. Your tear-shed eyes, your fragile mind. 'Cause I'll be dancing on my own tonight. I know December's hard to cope with. I know I caused you lots of pain, but I did not mean to let you down this way. But I know deep inside I let your smile fade away. I let your smile fade away. I remember when we used to lay on the grass and watch the sun go away. But now you're gone, I let you pass by. I know I've said so many things that are hurtful. I know December's hard to cope with. I know I caused you lots of pain, but I did not mean to let you down this way. But I know deep inside I let your smile fade away. spoke. I've been saying many things that are hurtful.
It wasn't love at first sight. It took me 40 days and 40 nights. You seemed determined to win me over. I was playing hard to get, hell-bent on putting up a fight. But sure enough, like a big old guy fell. But when you had won me, you turned me away. The only one that I've ever loved, so much for forever. There goes the life that I've always dreamed of, so much for forever. You said you were leaving before you risked to be left. To you that man could logic and made perfect sense. But like I was slow, molasses in my head, I stood there mumbling with nothing to say. There goes the only one that I've ever loved, so much for forever. There goes the life that I've always dreamed of, so much for forever. Broken and scorned like a burning stub, so much for forever. There goes the only one I've ever loved, so much for forever. There goes the life that I've always dreamed of, so much for forever. Broken and scorned like a burning stub, so much for forever.
Okay, we are back. A little longer, little intro there, but so we're gonna end the show with Deanna. She's gonna be doing something different tonight. She's gonna be doing a cappella, so it's gonna be interesting. She has a very good voice. You're all gonna love it. So but before we go, just a reminder: tomorrow night is our Penny Social, 6 to 9 p.m. at 59 North Street at the Paris Hall, St. Peter's Church in Monticello. Come out, support. We need all the support we can get. And next week we have the Gibbs family next week. We have the Harris family next week. We have the Ramirez family next week. And don't forget, our toy drive is still running. We are getting some families that's calling. They need the help. And let me remind you, we are doing a complete background, make sure that we're not getting scammed out. That's one thing that we don't tolerate. We won't, deal with that. Honesty is the main thing in this organization. We want to thank all the supporters tonight. We had a big crowd tonight. I see. Wow. This is awesome. We really appreciate you all coming out tonight on a Friday night, no less. We thank Tamika. We thank Diamond. We thank Wendy. We thank Brittany. Who else is on here? Let's see here. We thank Kennetha. We thank Gabriel. We thank LaToya. Let's see here. we're just going through, see who we have here that's been commenting. If anybody has any kind of questions, this is the time now to ask them, because we still have a couple minutes left. We thank Roulette Mandeville. We thank them. We thank Jennifer Cole. Thank you for coming out tonight. Carol, we thank you. Let's see here. Raven, we thank you for coming out. So if anybody has any type of questions, this is the time to ask now. If you are interested in volunteering for this organization, we are looking for volunteers. Please give me a call, 845-707-4124. If you wish to make a donation, please do. Go to hopealive845.com, www.com. If you know a family that needs a coat, jacket, hat, or struggling for Christmas, email us at hopealive845@gmail.com. We thank our staff. We thank Ryan Weber, our producer, also a board member. We thank Faith Welling. She's the treasurer. She's been keeping up with everything. We thank Thomas Crump. He checks on me every day, make sure that that what are we doing, where are we going about, what's our plans. We thank Girl Val for coming up with us in December 11th at the Visual Candlelight. We're going to have here. So come out and support it, everybody. It's very important that we support. So therefore, have a good night, and we're going to welcome Deanna. She's going to take my spot because she's going to be just getting down. So enjoy, everybody. And then next Saturday, the 20th, we'll be on again. So enjoy her music. We'll be right back with her.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
Okay. All right. Hi. My name is Deanna, as some of you know. I'm going to be actually doing an a cappella version today of Rise Up by Andra Day. I just want to say real quick, if you have any information about anybody ever going missing, please always be that voice for the voiceless and always come forward. And please help out the families. All right, here we go. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter. But I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains, yeah. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again, yeah. For you, for you, for you, for you, for you, yeah, for you. When the silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains, bring it to its feet and move mountains, yeah. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again, yeah. For you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other, yeah. And we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again, yeah. For you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful.
And yeah, have a good one, guys. I don't know what to say.